You have got to hear what one AEW star just said about LA Knight. You really do, because I think it's gonna catch you off guard a little bit. LA Knight's a guy that I've been very, very high on. LA Knight's a guy that's been on the radar of a lot of hardcore fans out there because we knew the potential in which he had. I mean, think about it. Think about it. He went from TNA/Impact Wrestling to the NWA to WB. And when he signed with WB and put in NXT, people didn't know where things were going to go for him because this was his second go around, right? But then he got over. The Cameron Grimes, Ted DiBiase feud put this guy on everyone's radar. And it's like, okay, he can go in the ring, but more importantly, this guy can talk, right? So fast forward, he's called up to the main roster as Max Dupree in a horrendous gimmick put by WB chairman Vince McMahon because they thought he was simply too old. And it was not working. Thankfully, though, Triple H took over main roster creative due to the hush money scandal in which Vince McMahon was part of, and LA Knight was brought back. And he's flourished, really, ever since then. Ever since SummerSlam. Before SummerSlam 2023, he was slowly but surely brought to life, given more and more responsibilities. And it's paid off big time. So, fast forward, what did this one AEW star have to say? Well, it's interesting. Just keep in mind, though, that he has been paired with John Cena on television, and he's in a feud with Roman Reigns for the WWE Undisputed Universal title. So clearly, WWE officials see something in this guy. So, Eddie Kingston, AEW star. He was doing an interview with Adrian Hernandez and reflected on his time with NWA alum Ricky Starks, NWA alum LA Knight. And this is what he had to say. I like LA Knight. He's a good dude. I'm so happy for LA Knight. That dude bust his butt. Then he went and talked about how he's proud of Ricky Starks as well and that he's doing a good job. And they had a lot of fun. The endorsement of Eddie Kingston, and this is really the reason I did this video. Eddie Kingston is a respected guy in the wrestling business. He's been around. He has seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. More importantly, I'm not comparing him whatsoever to The Undertaker in a wrestling world sense, but in terms of the respect that Eddie Kingston holds among those in the wrestling business is very, very high, just like The Undertaker. If you can get the approval of The Undertaker, or you can get the approval of an Eddie Kingston, that speaks volumes to who you are as a human being, and more importantly, in the wrestling sense, what you can do inside this word circle. Thus, LA Knight's a guy you need to keep an eye on.